The coronavirus lockdown has resulted in the fastest decline in carbon emissions ever recorded. That's because of the falling global demand for transport and energy. Now the government is being urged to ensure that progress in tackling climate change continues once the epidemic is over. Our chief environment correspondent, Justin Rowlatt, reports.
And how about you, Lauren? I know you're working on Mark's announcement this morning.
Yes, doing lots of announcement things.
We're all getting used to new ways of working and socialising.
Here's a little cheers. Cheers. Happy hen do.
Even hen parties happen online in the age of coronavirus. This global lockdown has given us cleaner air and quieter streets, as well as the biggest cut in carbon emissions ever recorded. Since lockdown, Kelly Devine has been running her team from home. No more 3-hour car and train commute every day.
I think we've all become experts at working from home. So, companies will now have more productive employees when they do work from home, and therefore you can enable them to do that more often.
And when you do go to work, perhaps you'll choose not to drive. The mayors of London and Manchester today said they'd set more road space aside for cyclists to help us all get moving while maintaining social distancing. It is just the kind of initiative Boris Johnson's advisors on climate change are recommending. Today they urge that any attempt to kickstart the economy has to help us all move towards lower carbon lifestyles.
We are going to have to re-examine our priorities across the whole of the economy, and the government will have to lead us through the recovery phase. Let's make sure that we think about the climate priorities as we do that. These are sensible steps that will make the economy more resilient in the future, and that's something we should be thinking about right now.
He says we need to invest in making homes more energy efficient and decarbonising our transport and energy systems. But are we ready to change the way we live and work? Susan Mitchie advises the government on the psychology of behaviour change.
When Wuhan happened, we all thought we could never do that. Well, what we've seen is we did do exactly that. The overwhelming majority adhered to very challenging advice, especially for people in crowded conditions, and have sustained it over many, many weeks. So it does show that people can be adaptable when they can see why they need to change their behaviour.
Lockdown has given us a glimpse of a cleaner, greener world, but we do need to get the economy going again. The challenge will be doing that in a way that locks in some of the low-carbon habits we have all been learning.
Everyone do this! Everyone do this with the camera!
Justin Rowlatt, BBC News, London.